all and welcome to our Crochet Designs. My name is Mary and today I'm coming to you with first Thursday of the month of May 2022. And yes, I'm a tad sing-songy today. Actually, I'm always a tad sing-songy. If you are joining us new, firstly, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot of fun here on our channel here at Wow Crochet Designs. Yours truly can get a little bit silly, but you know what? It's all in good faith. It really is. I mean well, I really do. What happens? She started already. What happens in our first Thursday of every month usually is we talk about what happened in the past month and what we have created over the past month here on the channel and all the tutorials that I've put up specifically so that you guys can keep busy. I like keeping you guys busy. Hey, it keeps you out of trouble. Keeps me out of trouble. We won't go there, right? Sorry if you're joining us new. I'm sorry. Let's just get on with it. You will... Yeah, I just can't keep a straight face. You will hear all about last month's gear. You will hear all about what's happening in May. You will hear some unusual things that I have to talk about in this live. I'm not going to talk about them yet. They're coming up. You have to keep your ears peeled. I'm very naughty. That's another thing you'll learn if you're new here, that I'm very naughty. You will also get something a little different in this particular first Thursday, okay? We are having one shout out today towards the end of our video, so get excited on that one. And we're having something a little different and what I like to call what I wear during, I don't know what you want to call it, what I wear during the winter months when I'm indoors. Because if you didn't know this, yours truly does not like my arms restricted. I don't think I've ever talked about that on our channel. So let's talk about that further on into our video here. We have Happy Mail. I love this Happy Mail. Just in case you're asking, it just took me by surprise. I'm telling you, it was a shock. But it was a good shock. It's not a bad shock. Don't get scared. It was a good shock. And I really was quite pleased when I saw it. But there you go. Let's talk about that later. So that's our Happy Mail. I have to look down on the book, because there's a lot to talk about. But we're going to start right from the very beginning. And there you have our very... How cute is that? That is our crochet Easter egg cover, aka King Eggwood. I nicknamed him King Eggwood because he had the little crown look up the top there, and we have little Easter egg covers that you could cover your hard-boiled eggs with, and if you wanted to cover your Easter eggs with, you could have done that too. And in reference to this gorgeous piece right here, let's firstly talk about how this piece came about. We have a thing called Live Antics here on Wow Crochet Designs, and that is usually every Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. We also have a live on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Melbourne, Australia times again. But on the Saturday morning live, we have a thing where you as a subscriber gets to choose a colour combination for one of our projects that we're going to create during that week or even the week later on our channel here at Wow Crochet Designs. Now, what happens is I lay the yarn out on the table. There's like 5 or 6 different skeins, and they're all this particular brand right here at the moment because we use the Spot Saver brand right here to create this gorgeous blanket. How gorgeous is this? This is our Swatch Blanket of 2021. We created that last year, and we used this particular yarn to create that blanket. Now, if you're wanting, by the way, guys, if you are wanting any of these things that we discuss on our channel, I will leave a link to these tutorials in the description box down below. It's a playlist. Find the playlist and then start from part 1 all the way up. Or it'll be a link directly to a pattern if it's just the one pattern, yeah? But for our blanket, we use these yarns, and I ended up with so many different colours that I didn't even get to finish. That's 200 grams, yeah? So, I mean, not every square was 200 grams. I didn't use much at all, really. I lay these yarns out on the table, and you, as a subscriber, gets to choose a colour combination. Now, once a week, I pick one subscriber on our live, and that particular subscriber gets to choose these colour combinations for our next project. And that project right there, it's called the Crochet Cowl, and the colour combination was chosen by Gina Henderson. She was our very first Live Antics subscriber to choose a colour. And she chose these colours right here. And this is the particular cowl that we made with it, yes? And then we had our Patchwork Beanie. Now, this gorgeous Patchwork Beanie is like an accompaniment to this particular cardigan right here. Don't you love it? I mean, I love it so much. Now, the cardigan is not going to be a tutorial on our channel at all. This cardigan will be a paid pattern on my website in about 4 weeks' time or 5 weeks' time. Now, we will be doing a jumper, a patchwork jumper or sweater, if you will, a full sweater that doesn't have buttons down the front. We'll be doing that on the channel, so look forward to that, guys. That's coming up very soon. But that particular beanie that you see right there, and there's the other ones as well, that was made on the channel, colour combination by Middle Earthians. Now, Middle Earthians is one of our subscribers of the channel, and she chose these gorgeous colours right here. And there's our little Easter bookmark. That's the little bookmark I made for Easter, specifically for Easter. And it was a very quick tutorial. If you want to make something fast, that's one to do. And along comes our little crochet pouch or earplug holder. So that's my car key. And so if you want to pop whatever you want inside your earplug holder or your crochet pouch, colour combination by the lovely Liz Angelicas. Here we have our crochet V-stitch placemat. This is one of the projects, I should say the favourite project of mine for this month. Now, every month I tend to choose a favourite project, and this one here is it. We had an interesting colour combination chosen here. Now, the reason is we have two wonderful subscribers here on our channel, the wonderful Marty and the lovely Kiki. Marty has chosen these colours for this particular placemat, and Kiki chose which V-stitch we were going to use, whether it was the V-stitch with the chain or whether the V-stitch without the chain, and we'll talk about that. Well, it's actually discussed better in the tutorials anyway. Again, if you're wanting to make these particular items, I have left links for each one of these in the description box down below. This was my favourite project to make this month because I love a good placemat. You can make a set of 4 or 6 or 8 and give them away as gifts. And I did make that, I think, yes, I did. It was actually a Mother's Day gift for our mothers here in, oh, it's coming up next weekend. Oh, it is next weekend, yes. So it was a Mother's Day gift as well. So we just sort of combined it with Mother's Day as well. The next thing you see right here is our Crochet Ear Warmer. Now, the colour combination was chosen by the lovely Anne McSee. And once again, I decided to put this down as another Mother's Day gift as well. And this one here was actually the other V-stitch you use as well. And that's pretty much where we are for our month of April. So what's happening in the month of May, I hear you ask? Well, there is a lot happening. I don't know where to start. Do you like that? I'm sort of a bit stumped. All right, so let's talk about that for a moment. The first thing I want to talk about, let's just do it one thing at a time. That way I don't get confused. We're going to talk about our temperature blanket. I'm not sure where you are at the moment with yours, but this is where I'm at. I have the last 2 weeks to do, and we're going to head over to the workstation very, very soon, and I'm going to show you a quick and easy way of doing your blanket for the 2 weeks and only a fortnightly touch of the blanket. We'll talk about that in a moment, but that's one thing we're going to talk about for the month of May. And that's something we need to discuss from now on until the end of the temperature blanket, which is in December. Alrighty, guys, here is our temperature blanket. Now, let me just get a real close up here of that. I've got some really bad lighting here, guys. I do apologise. It's just that I can't lay the blanket out so straight and do this. What I'm up to is actually April the 14th. And that is, let's move it over so you can see it right there. That's the last one I've done. Now, okay, here's a little tip. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because I want you to see the little tip on how I do the blanket, so that maybe if it helps you to do this, then you can do this as well. So what I do is I work on a fortnightly rows, because each one of these rows is done in 14, let me bring it out a bit so you can see, is done in 14 days, right? So there's 14 days across here and 14 days across here. I hope I'm not shouting in the camera there. Now what I do is I do my 14 days, then I get to this date here and I circle it, right? So if I was to walk away, sorry about that lighting there, if I was to walk away and come back a week later, I would know that the last date I did was that one there, which was the leaf, and it gives me an opportunity to go back to our whole row here and find the last colour, which was the leaf. Now if there's a leaf on both sides of this blanket, it gives me an opportunity to go back to, let me get this right, this month here, which I haven't circled, but I should have, to find out which colour was there. So I'll know that the blue is up this end and your green is up that end, or whichever end we started on, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well. So let's get all this out of the way. Alrighty guys, so what I was trying to explain before is that yours truly, this is what I'm going to be doing from now on to keep up to date with our temperature blanket. Yes, every 2 weeks I'm going to be crocheting all the colours for those 2 weeks. So this is April, yes. By the 28th of April, which I've already crocheted all these pieces, as you can see. You can't see, but they're all here, right? And I've crocheted each piece. Now, for these past 2 weeks, I'll be crocheting each one of these squares all week. You know, one every day, 3 every 3 days, that kind of thing, whatever. I will get to the 28th of April, right, which has passed, but let's just say it hasn't. Once it's all done, all these squares here are done, I wash and block them on that day. They're usually dried by the next day, and on the Friday, I crochet the whole row of 14 squares together. Now that is what I will be doing for the rest of the year. Every second Friday, I'll be crocheting 14 squares. Now these are just little tips to help you keep up with your blanket. If you find by any means, you know, the whole month you're not feeling well, you haven't had time, you've been overworked, underpaid, that kind of thing, and you want to do your squares and you realise you're a whole month out of date, do the 14 days at a time and then just try to catch up whenever you get a chance. The next week, do the next 14 days instead of doing, you know what I mean? Do the other 14 days that you've missed out on, right? Do it weekly if it helps you, and then do 7 days worth, whatever. But my choice was to do a square every day. And again, if I forgot, I did 2 squares. So if I forgot these 2 squares because those 2 days I was busy, come that day there, I will do the cream, the baby blue and the lavender at the same time. And then the next day I'll do that one and whatever, yeah? I'm up to date to there. So I'm going to be crocheting all these pieces today together on the Friday normally, but today's Thursday. I actually went out, well, it's Thursday the 28th, so it's past, yeah? But let's say it was yesterday. I'm sorry, today's Thursday. Let's say it's today. I will actually wash and block these up at the end of the day, probably around 6 or 7 o'clock when I find out today's temperature. And then tomorrow I will put all of them together. But because these are 2 weeks behind, this is what I'm going to start with. So the very next colour is Baby Blossom. After that, it's Bubblegum. After that, it's Baby Blossom again, and then it's Lavender. All right. Someone asked me on my Facebook page the other day, what do I do after I finished January? That's January. And she got to here and she did all of January. And then she said, now what do I do? And she ended up doing a separate section. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is getting to the end of January, slip stitching into the corner, which we're going to do now, slip stitching into the corner, which we're going to do now, and then doing a row of clusters along the side here. And when we get down to the other side, we turn our work and we add February. So you just keep going. You don't start a whole new month. If you've started a whole new month, then you may have to just sew them together or take them undone and do them again. But what you were supposed to have done was just go straight on to the next month, which I'm going to show you that now. Let's say I'm at the end of January. Let's say that's January, right? We've done all of that. January's done. We're going to go across here now and work along the side. So let's turn this around where my little piece is. You would have gotten to, let me take this undone for you, right? This is where the other lady who asked me the question got to. She got to here, all right? And she slip stitched, she cast off, and then she started February. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here, this is your last square for your month. Let's just say, for argument's sake, we're too far away. Just continue along the way. So you're finishing off your cluster set there. Don't cast off. Just keep going. Quick heads up to let everyone know as well. I actually finished my thread in this section right up the top end somewhere. So one skein or 200 grams has made all of half of December, all of January, February, March, and 3/4 of April. So it's about 4.5, nearly 5 months worth. Your one skein makes nearly 5 months work. Just to let you know, if you're using this join, I'm not sure about the other join. I think it will be less because you're using a lot of yarn in this. It's a very solid join. The other join you'll use a little bit less. And if you are joining each square by sewing, you'll also use a little bit less as well. Just wanted to give you a quick update there. So what we're going to do is crochet all the way across our next square, like so, into the corner, like so. All right, chain 1, let's get a close up for you, and 2 in that corner. And then you're going to, I'll take it away again, turn your work to the side. You're not ready for that light pink yet, so let's put it away. Turn your work to the side and complete your corner with your 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And then jump into the center with your 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Now this is for those of you whom are kind of caught up and they weren't sure what they were supposed to have done. Jump into your next corner with your 3 double crochets, chain 1, and right there, let's get a close up for you so you all can see. Right there's a little single crochet. Let's try chain, and you've got to try, it's a bit tricky. Get into the chain, pull the loop through. You've got to get 2 loops on top and 1 loop on the bottom, pulling that loop right through. Chain 1 and jump into the corner with the completed part of your cluster, corner cluster, yeah? And so that's pretty much all you're doing for this row. And what I want you to do is to continue this row, not with the squares yet, go all the way down here, all the way down here, get to this corner right here, and we'll pop a stitch marker in here so you can see, right there. Get to that corner right there, and then what you need to do, what you did here, you're just turning, adding your very next square for the 2 weeks. That's it. And then you add your next, and then your next, and then your next, and so on, all the way through until you get to here again, and you're going to turn and do exactly the same. You're never casting off your yarn unless, of course, you've run out of yarn like I did, and I actually ran out. It's really weird. I ran out around here somewhere. Is it here? Yeah, it was around here somewhere. And what I did, I noticed I was 3/4 of the way through the skein, and a piece of thread just came out and it ran out. So there was 1/4 of a skein still hanging off it. So I don't know what happened there. It kind of was cut, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I ended up having to add a new skein right there, but I still re-added the 1/4 of a skein, finished it off. It's not a 1/4 of a skein, there's only a little bit left. Finished it off till I got around here somewhere, and then re-added a new skein right there, brand spanking new skein this morning. All right, so basically, guys, all you need to do is crochet 14 squares by Thursday afternoon. Yes, wash and block. Friday morning, they'll be nice and dry. You don't have to wash and block. That's just me being pedantic. By Friday morning, they'll be nice and dry, and you can crochet all 14 squares for that fortnight only, all those 14 days only. All right, and that way you are always up to date. Well, 2 weeks behind, but you're always kind of up to date, so you can't go wrong. Let's get on with some gorgeous happy mail. Now, I'm saying gorgeous because this is something that's totally different, and I'm not going to be able to show you right in this spot here. So I'm going to turn the camera around, head over to the workstation, and show you the happy mail. Check this out. Ta-da! For those of you who are my regulars, you will know what all this means. Marty, one of our wonderful subscribers, has put together a little montage of all my, catchphrases, if you will. He certainly has done a good job. I mean, look at my age. Aren't I just young? Let's get back to business of the paper and pen. That is always discussed in our lives when we get so sidetracked. And then I'm so naughty. I say it all the time. Absolutely correct, Marty. It's one of those things. And of course, cows are my favourite animal, as you know. And whenever I say cowl, I sometimes say cow. Is it cow or cowl? What is it? Get in the corner, Marty. You've been very naughty. And the call me sign, well, that's when I do this. Call me every time we want to talk about something that we need to discuss. Get excited, guys. It's actually now get too excited. I've gone a little bit out of control with that area. Because, or just cause, because sometimes I say cause and not because. Oh, it happens, I know. Especially me who talks so fast. And get this, I love to have the odd Tim Tam. Well, I don't. The reflection in the mirror does. She has all the Tim Tams. I'm not allowed to have them. And Auntie T is in the house. Well, that just means that Auntie T, which is my older sister, Teresa, has joined our live. And ciao for now. Yes, that's the way I sign off all my tutorials. Marty, you were really watching. And here it says 13, 14, 15, 16. I kind of, mess around with the numbers a bit. But actually, I think that should be a D, Marty. 13, 14, that kind of thing. I think it should be a D. And yes, I'm allergic to that word. I won't say it because, okay, I'll say it. Knitting. Achoo. And of course, here is my Mr. Harry Styles. If you didn't know this, Harry Styles, one of my current favourite singers. And I say that now because, he wears crochet. And he sings, and he's fantastic. And the word gorgeous, as you would know, I use that all the time, and sometimes I elongate it a bit by saying gorgeous. I really go out of control. So there you go. Get it right, Mary. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yes, I'm laughing. And I am such a duffer sometimes when I make mistakes. We used to have the wheel where we had, no, we didn't have the car. Marty wanted the car to be in the wheel. And of course, I like to drink my special water, as we all know is just water. Maybe, maybe not. And what? I never say what. I don't know what you're talking about. And love, love, love. I say it all the time when I love every item I make. And I do love it. Get in the corner, Marty. I missed all the chat because I'm too busy doing that myself, yeah? And there you go. And of course, what did he put together the most? My actual name right in the middle, Wow Crochet Designs. And in actual fact, it all is put right around the actual name itself. And I'm sorry about some lighting here, guys. I'm trying to use the stand to record this. But there you go. Thank you, Marty, for that. I love it so much. I don't know what to call it. Montage, if you will, like you've called it. And I will pop that in a frame. Now, what Marty has done, he's actually given me a few different colour combinations. They're the same colours, but some of them go darker and some of them go a little bit light. Okay, and that's it. It really does get, well, it's not different colours. It's kind of lighter colours, if you will. So he's done quite a few different sheets for me to use. And you know what, Marty? I am going to pop that in a frame, and we are going to pop it on one of our stands or even on the back wall in our room. And a very special thank you to Marty for that gorgeous rendition of me, if you will. All the things I talk about. And Marty, oh gosh, you're so funny. I tell you what, look, if you don't, I think if I ever met you in life, we would have so much fun. Now, you see, if you didn't know this, guys, Marty's on the other side of the world from me. So the poor fellow, it took so long for us to get his little rendition of me, but I've got it here now, and I'm so glad you did that, Marty, and I will frame that and pop it up on the in the room or up somewhere in this room for everyone to see. And once again, thank you so much, Marty, for your beautiful happy mail. And if you want to send me happy mail, my post office box here in Melbourne is, I should say Glenroy, is Post Office Box 238 Glenroy, Vic 3046. You can send me anything from what Marty just sent, or a simple card from what you see up there behind me, if you can see those right here. There we go. So whatever you want to send, feel free to send. I don't reject anything. Everything is good. There you go. All right, so thank you so much again, Marty. Now moving, I have to mark all this off because there's a lot to say, so I'm going to try and get through it real quick. We talked about the blanket, yay! We talked about happy mail, yay! Now, this month, now if you didn't know this month, yours truly, starting from the 21st, Saturday, the 21st of May, yours truly is doing some stalls, if you will, but at the new Pipeworks Market. Now, we had a Pipeworks Market here in Melbourne. I think it closed down 7 or 8 years ago, but they're reopening in a new venue. And that venue, let me give you the address, is 5 Dunstan's Court in Thomastown. And they are starting on the 21st of May. And I'm going to have my stall there, yay! And I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of other stalls there for you to have a look-see as well. There'll be lots of things there that you can purchase. There'll be my stock there. I'll have specials and discounts on the day, so head in and check them out. And that will be Saturday the 21st and Sunday the 22nd. And then every week after for the next 3 weeks after that. So you've got 4 weeks worth of me being there, which I'm going to be very tired. Don't be surprised if I don't fall asleep during a tutorial. No, I won't. How naughty am I? So there's one of those lines, Marty. Oh, I'm very naughty. There's the second one. Can we count how many I say? Do that, Marty. Count how many I say throughout this video and then let me know what you think. So that's that. I just wanted to let you know that between 11 and 2 on Saturday and 11 and 2 on Sunday, yours truly will be doing a little meet and greet there as well, and teaching small stitches, if you will, single crochet, half doubles, doubles, half trebles, just your basics, maybe even a V-stitch, or a V-stitch. I can't get it out now. Maybe even a V-stitch. Oh, I've done it again. Maybe even a double crochet. I'm not editing this. A double crochet V-stitch, or your V-stitch pattern, which is, oh, here it is, right there. There's differences between them. All right, so you may get the odd V-stitch there, and it is a chance for you to meet and greet me, your designer of Wow Crochet Designs. So there you go. Now, that is one thing that you can think about during the month of May. It just means that on Saturday mornings, our lives will not happen, but only for 4 weeks. We'll go back to normal lives after 4 weeks. Before that, we can actually consider, and this is something I'm going to put to you now so you can have that choice. Do you want to see another live somewhere else in replacement to Saturday mornings live? If I get a big response, I will pick another day for 4 weeks where we can do the live, okay? I will have little video vlogs throughout that month so that it can give you an update of what's happening, so you're not going to miss out on anything. It just means that morning live I can't do. And I did ask the fellow if I can do a live at the market itself, and he said no. So that's okay. We can't do the live, but I can do a little footage, and I will upload that little footage around the 10 a.m. mark or close to it, depending on how busy the market is on the Saturday morning. Now, that's just something you can think about if you want to meet and greet. If you don't want to and you just want to check out, you know, projects and things on the days, you can just come in and do that as well. All right, so you have a choice of what you want to do for the market, and I'll talk about the market closer to the date and maybe do a full video vlog the day before the market opens up, which is probably something I will do anyway, more likely. So that's the meet and greet. We've done that. Now we are going to continue our live antics throughout the month of May. I've decided to continue them on a Wednesdays live. So if you join our Wednesdays live, you have a chance as one of our subscribers to be a part of our live antics. You get to choose the color combination that I'll have on the table at that time, and that will be a project that I will do during the week for you guys, a tutorial during the week for you guys, and I will mention your name in the tutorial as well. So if you don't want your name mentioned, then you don't need to be a part of the live antics projects, but if you want to make all those projects, they'll be there for the making. Easy. Yep. So that's something I thought about last night. I thought, let's just continue the live antics on the Wednesday, and then that way it gives the subscribers a chance to continue what we've been starting all this time, right? Now here's a little something that I haven't really talked about on our channel. It's not something I discuss because, well, it's not something I discuss. But fair enough. But I think I'll talk about it with you today so that you can understand where I'm at with my crochet and why I do what I do. Well, it doesn't really mean anything. I just wanted to let everyone know that I don't like to wear clothes that are restricting, okay? So during the months of winter, I tend not to wear cardigans and jumpers and things like this indoors. Outdoors, I wear this because it's cold, obviously. But indoors, I like to wear vests. Now, I have always done that. When I used to work as a receptionist in my early 20s, which was only like, 5 years ago. I can't even say that without laughing. Well, it was 100 years ago anyway. I used to wear a beautiful skirt, a lovely blouse, and a vest. I never wore a cardigan. I had a cardigan and it used to hang at the back of the chair or in a closet that they kept so that you didn't have, the front desk messy as you do. But I never liked wearing them in the office. And when I had to wear them because there was something wrong with the heating, I wore them and then just pulled my sleeves up because I didn't like my arms to be restricted. I have always been that way since I was old enough to remember. Don't like my arms restricted. So, I've always worn cardigans and jumpers. Don't get me wrong. I still wear them all the time. And you've seen me wear them, yeah? But indoors, I don't. What I wear, and I'll show you so that you understand it. And I made this a couple of years ago, and I still haven't worn it because I never finished it. But this is pretty much what I wear during the month of winter months, autumn months, winter months, and they look like that. And as you can see, I've not finished it. See, I'm still doing that collar thing there. Now, I wear vests like this over my shirt so that you guys, when you see the tutorials, usually you see me without sleeves. Now, there are some tutorials where I'm wearing sleeves only because the heater wasn't working. Those are the only time you would have seen me with sleeves indoors. Okay, but otherwise I wear things like this indoors, and you will see that more over the next year, and we'll talk about that in the future. But you will see me a lot of indoors over the next few months, just because I wanted to try something new in June, July. I just wanted to try something. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you'll see me indoors a lot, and you will see me wearing vests like this that I don't ordinarily wear when I do my lives or things like that. Now, obviously, this hasn't finished. I've got to put the ribbing all the way down there and back up around. I'm also extremely modest in that area. I do like to cover up a lot around the front. I just, let you know I am extremely modest. It doesn't mean everybody else has to be modest. You could have left your top this low and that's fine, but I will be putting a ribbing like that. And yes, this will be a tutorial for the channel because it's so basic. It is so basic. Something that I think it only took me a couple of days, not even, and it was only a few hours every night. That's how, I've got a thread everywhere at the moment. And I haven't got I usually put a stitch marker in here and I don't have one. And look at it, it's coming undone as we speak. So stop pulling at it, they say. But there you go. That's the one side of the sleeves already done. and I have to do the other side, and I'm finishing off the front. Now, the reason I used a different color here is because I only had 2 skeins of each of these colors and 2 skeins of a 12 ply, which is a chunky yarn, or a fuller yarn, if you will. Now, that means that it wouldn't have been enough for a vest for me because I'm like super extra large. Not me, the lady in the mirror is, but it's not me. I'm really thin, yeah. And so I ran out of the maroon, and so I started using what's it called? Cast iron, I think it's called. Cast iron. Now this is the older yarn that Bendigo Woolen Mills has. I don't think they make the Stella range anymore, but this is one that I had in my stock for a long time. So a couple of years ago, I thought, let's create a little vest. So you'll be seeing me wearing that very soon. Since it's nearly done, I just don't. Look, I get through everything, but I never finish them. I get them and I have like 1 row left to do and just don't finish, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Which is what that is. But that's going to be done over the next few days, and you will be seeing me wear that during the month of winter when I'm indoors. And we'll talk about that in June. And guys, get this. One big thing that we're going to be creating on the channel here at Wow Crochet Designs for the month of May is, ta-da! The Sunshine Bright Cardigan. Oh, very exciting. Now, she can't control herself. She really can't. This particular cardigan we are creating, well, actually, let's go way back to why I'm calling it the Sunshine Bright Cardigan, because, ta-da! This is the Sunshine Bright blanket that we created last year on our channel here at Wow Crochet Designs. Keeping in theme with the name Sunshine Bright, I decided, because it was so bright, this cardigan, to call it a Sunshine Bright cardigan. Now get this, guys. When we create this on our channel, listen to me, I'm so excited. You don't need to put all this colour in. You can make your cardigan in 1 colour, 2 colours, 3 colours, 5 colours, 7 colours, as far as 8 colours goes, because I think that's all we've got. I actually did use 8 colours for this cardigan. You don't see it all the other, right at the back there, you've got your blue and your, looks like a purple, but it's kind of like a light grey. I don't know if you can see that there. But that actually has 8 colours to that cardigan, and it's not necessary for you to use 8 colours. You can use 4, 2, 1. You decide where you want to chop and change your colour combination, really. Now, we are making this cardigan in honour of this cardigan. It's all over the place, isn't it? We are not creating this particular cardigan on the channel as a pattern. That is going to be a paid pattern on my website as well. But this one here will be created on the channel. Now, the concept you use for this is exactly the same as the one you use for this. And the join that you use for these ones here is the same as the join that you're going to use for the back of your cardigan. It's way too exciting, guys, trust me. But wait, there's more. With that, you get a set of steak knives. No, you don't. I'm just out of control. There is one more item that we are going to create on the channel through the month of May. We're going to create a jumper version of that, or a sweater version if you live overseas. Here in Melbourne, we just call them jumpers. And a jumper is just a full 1-piece top, but made in this particular design. 1 piece all the way through to the top, go to the back, do 1 piece all the way through to the back. We're carrying yarn as we go, and you'll learn all about that on the channel here at Wow Crochet Designs. Get excited, guys, because I am. Now, I've done 2 of these already. My regulars would know that because they've seen the 2. One of them is actually sitting on my chair right here. In fact, here's a little footage that you may be interested in. you go, guys. We are creating the one-piece cardigan that you see right here. She's out of control, isn't she? We are creating this gorgeous cardigan on the channel, and there we go. Now you can see the back of the cardigan and the way it's joined at the back there. And as you can see, there is 8 colors on that cardigan. Now, once again, you don't have to use all 8 colors at all. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm not going to show you all of them. Just going to show you that I went to Bendigo Woolen Mills not long ago, and I bought some more colors. And this is actually 10-ply yarn, and the one that I really liked fell. Can you believe it? 10-ply yarn. It's a luxury, and a 10-ply is an Aran weight. Now, I will talk to you about the weights of these cardigans when I start the tutorial. Now, this one here I bought, it's called Truffle. I really love this color. How gorgeous is that, yeah? So I'm going to be making this cardigan in some of these colors that you see here today. In fact, you might see a little bit done of this one here. No, you won't see it done. I won't show you. There's one color. This one is called Blue Denim. This one is actually on this cardigan right here. Okay. Now this cardigan is made for my niece, and this cardigan was made for me, and this was made for me. So you'll be seeing those cardigans when I'm doing my stalls, or those cardigans when I do the Australian Sheep and Wool show in July. Yay. Just some of the colors that you'll be seeing in this cardigan that's not so bright. Yeah. Some of the colors you'll be seeing. There's the green, or the clover, if you will. Again, I'll talk to you about the actual names and the amounts closer to the day. Now, obviously, yours truly decided to buy some maroon. There is a light moonflower, light grey, kind of looks a bit like purple when it's made up. This one here, curry, the very infamous curry. I say infamous, it's really interesting. Everybody loves that colour. Pumpkin spice. Now, you guys may know some of these colours that we've used in the 8-ply, which was the DK weight. But these ones here is the 10-ply or the Aran weight. Again, I will talk to you about how much of each colour you will need once I tally up what I've used here. Oh, I can't remember now. I will let you know closer to the date of how many grams or how many meters or how many yards or whatever you want to call it that you guys will need for your cardigan closer to the date before the tutorial goes up. So it gives you an opportunity to go out and purchase the yarn. Now, if you have other Aran weights in your stash and you want to use them, which is, you know, some of this stuff here as well, by all means use them. We will be doing a gauge swatch on that particular tutorial. Before you even start anything, you will have a gauge swatch. And that swatch will tell you how much you will need for your blanket. I'm sorry, let's try for your cardigan. Wake up, Mary. How much you will need for your cardigan. So I will do 2 swatches. I'm lying. I will do 3 swatches. She's lying all the time. I will do 3 swatches. One in the 10-ply wool, one in the 10-ply acrylic, and one in the 10-ply cotton. Now, just remember that cotton itself will stretch differently than acrylic and wool. This cardigan right here is made kind of to fit. So as you can see in the footage there, the cheeky little footage that you see right there, it's not exactly a loose cardigan, is it? It's not completely tight either. It's kind of right flat bang in the middle of fitting, if you will, with a tiny little bit of ease. I'm happy to pop in a few more centimetres at ease and change the cardigan up a little bit, which may be beneficial for you. But just remember, you must do a gauge swatch when you are creating any garments for yourself. This yarn and this yarn will be totally different. And you will see that in the swatches, because I will do a swatch in this yarn, a swatch in that one, a swatch in the cotton. I will wash and block them in that tutorial. You won't see the length of time that it takes to do it. You'll just see that it's done. And then after they're all washed and blocked, I'll see the differences between what happened to your gauge and your swatch after it was washed and blocked. Did it stretch? Did it shrink? What happened to it? You must do that with a gauge before you do any garments. I can't, stress that enough, because people who do the garments forget all about that. The other thing, in the month of May, you will see part 2 of our gorgeous Pretty as a Peacock blanket coming. Yeah, get excited! Sorry. If you haven't done our Pretty as a Peacock blanket so far, part 1 has already been uploaded. Part 2 will be uploaded very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. We hopefully will be completing this blanket this month. Get too excited. So now we're going to talk about something that I brought up a while back, something that's happening sometime next week during our videos. One day you will see a video pop up and it will be called, Are You Ready? And I'm sure my regulars are already guessing what this is. It's going to be a spot giveaway. Now, if you're wondering what a spot giveaway is, it's not happening in this video right here. It will happen in one video next week, and I'm not telling you what day it goes up. It just goes up, and you just have to catch it in time. And what I do with a spot giveaway is I pick someone on our channel that has done so much for us in the past month, or the past 2 months, or the past 3 months, or the past 2 weeks, whenever I decide to do a spot giveaway. Now, I do find that doing the spot giveaway happens monthly, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen monthly. Could happen in every 2 weeks, could happen once every 6 years. I don't know. Or maybe that's too late. But a spot giveaway is something that I do when I feel that a particular subscriber has done lots of things for us here on our channel, as far as, I don't know, leaving 100 messages on different posts, Facebook posts, YouTube posts, Instagram posts, and purchasing from our website. It's not necessary for you to do that, but this is what some people do. They also do donations on the website as well. Sometimes they do super chats on our channel during our live here on YouTube, and sometimes they just send me private messages and say, look, I really like this and I'm not sure about that, and can you help me with this? Do I really need to put that color there? Why should I use that hook? Things like that. They have conversations with me that nobody sees, yeah? And so sometimes I think that they spend so much time on our channel that sometimes I like to give back to them. And this is what I do usually, a spot giveaway. And that is happening one day next week. Get too excited. In that spot giveaway, you will get this little beanie pack. Now, a beanie pack is, you'll be getting the crochet hook, the scissors, the sewing needle, the pattern, and the yarn as well for this. And you get an opportunity to make your own. Now, that's, to me, that's a really good pack in itself. So that's a spot giveaway. That's on top of big giveaways that we have on the channel when something amazing happens. And the other kind of giveaway is when we have a milestone giveaway on the channel, like the last one was 15,000 subscribers. Yay, we're up to 16 now. But I'll be doing another milestone video when we reach 20,000 subscribers, which, hey, I don't think it'll be that far away the way we're going. So that's the spot giveaway. That is happening one day next week. Get excited, guys. Get excited. Breathe. She's so much drama, isn't she? That's that. It's all done. Let's get on with a final thing today, and that is shout-outs. And our shout-out today is the lovely Rosalie from Yarn It Out. Now, Rosalie, let me talk about her for a moment. She's a happy, chirpy, smiley, kind of yarnster, if you will. Yarnster, can I call her that? Now, she has lots of lives and video vlogs, and she talks about some of the projects that she's created and some she's going to create. She talks about other things as well. It's not just about that, but she has, I remember the last video I watched, she talked about possibly having more access to her patterns. So when you are interested in what she's created, that she's going to make some access to her patterns soon, which is very good. And if you want to try other things, check out Yarn It Out, the lovely Rosalie. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to make a big special thank you to everyone here on our channel, all 16,000 of you, by the way, firstly, but anyone who's actually, I've noticed this lately, quite a few people are starting to share our videos on their Facebook page. What? I'm very, very happy with that, and I thank you so much for sharing our videos. Also, thank you for liking and subscribing to our channel, and for anything that you do for us here at Wow Crochet Designs, be it super chats here on YouTube or a donation over on our website at www.wowcrochetdesigns.com, or purchasing our patterns from the website, or even purchasing an item that's already made. I thank you to everyone who has done anything for our channel, and all I want to say is, woof, now that was the month of May, all done. Thanks for watching, and ciao for now.